President Lagarde, you've said before that the review will last until the end of the year, and assuming that that's still the valid assumption, how do you plan to mitigate risk in the interim about creating uncertainty over the ECB's policy, since the policy implications of the review are not yet clear? So, for instance, is the view that the ECB can't or won't raise or cut interest rates as long as the review is being discussed justified? And my second question is about tiering, especially since the next reserve maintenance period is in 6 days. I'd like to know what the ECB has learned from its experiment with tiering so far since September, whether you're satisfied with the impact on bank profitability and lending and money market rates, and whether what you consider the costs and benefits to expanding the pool of exempted deposits or raising the rate on them. Thank you.
You know, I have a very simple-minded approach to your first question. It will be over when it is over. In other words, we will have a new strategy when we have concluded the exercise. Our expectation at this point is that it will take a year, and our hope is that we can agree on that new strategy of the European Central Bank around November, December. December, in my view, would be the probable date for the conclusion and the communication of our strategy. But when I say it will be over when it is over, what it means is that in the meantime, irrespective of our deliberations, our consideration, our engagement with academics, with economists, with civil society, with European Parliament, and so on and so forth, irrespective of all that, which will progress in parallel and will keep a lot of people busy, both here in Frankfurt and in the 19 national central banks, we will conduct the same usual exercise of monitoring, analyzing, drawing conclusion about the macroeconomic situation, about the monetary situation, about the markets, because we look at that as well, and then we will draw our conclusions, which will be independent from the strategy review that we're conducting separately. Oh, you had the second question. Yes, the tiering. I don't think I'm disclosing any secret, because at the time some of you commented about it. There were some governing council members that were a little bit skeptical about the effectiveness, the benefit, the justification of the tiering. I think the overall view, I think it was unanimous actually, I didn't hear anything to the contrary, but the unanimous view is that the tiering system is operating extremely well. There is no discussion at this point in time to change the limit of 6 times, as you know. But, you know, since September, or since it was decided, and as of the effective date, as you know, there was instant movement. It has proven to be effective, no question about it.
Ms. Weisbach? Präsident